Parts of Pretoria still in the dark, at least vandalized. Some vandalized power pylons collapsed onto the N4 on Sunday. The highway has been cleared, of course, but electricity yet to be restored. So let's find out where we are on this. Pule Letshwiti-Jones, eNCA reporter, with the very latest, joining us this morning. Hello to you, Pule. And earlier on, I had a chance to speak to the Tshwane Mayor, Cilliers Brink, saying that right now there is a suggestion this was vandalism. What have you been hearing?
Yeah, definitely. Just yesterday we saw that response, which was of course given by the mayor of the city of Tshwane, Cilliers Brink, saying that they will not rule out any possibilities of criminal elements being involved in relation to the electric pylons that were targeted as well. In the latest, we also know that the eNCA is one of the main in-feed substations from Eskom into the city of Tshwane, which was of course affected. It was chipped due to a series of high voltage pylons that collapsed. And where we are right now, we're currently in a street dividing suburb Silver Lakes and of course Mamelodi, and you can see on your screen as well traffic lights not operating. So this will cause a lot of traffic delays. Yesterday we did see some of the motorists using alternative routes such as the Pumulani toll gate plaza, which recorded a high traffic volume. Of course, they were using the south N1 southbound on the route of the plaza, and officials from the plaza saying they haven't seen such a high recorded traffic volume since since before the COVID-19 pandemic. So that would tell you that motorists are really trying to find alternative routes in terms of avoiding traffic and avoiding areas which are in the dark due to the electric pylons that have been damaged or vandalized as alleged by the mayor. But let's take a listen to what Mr. Brink had to say in the morning regarding their updates and what will be the way forward today.
So it's very difficult to give a timeline, and in fact, if we make promises that we simply don't have the ability to deliver on, the risk in that is that we will breach public trust even more than would a massive power outage. So the work that needs to be done now is, in certain instances, parts of Pretoria can be backfed. In other words, it can be supplied from other substations that aren't affected by the power outage, but that's not possible in all instances. And even in these cases of backfeeding, that's a temporary solution. The only lasting solution would be to source, and this is what we're busy with on an urgent basis, to source temporary structures to lift those lines up so that they can be reconnected. In this process, the help of Eskom is going to be crucial, and that's why the city manager yesterday reached out to Eskom, both to help with supplies as well as expertise to get this job done as soon as possible. But given the extent of the damage and the work that needs to be done, it is impossible at this particular stage to give an ETA. And as I mentioned, the major risk in these instances is to make a promise that cannot be kept.
Yeah, Pule, thank you very much. And you're just giving us a sense of the kind of issues it's causing on the road. And I'm afraid for those in Pretoria on that route where you are, it's going to be at least a few days before they can get that sorted out. But we did hear from Cilliers Brink, the Tshwane Mayor, as well, saying that there are temporary contingency plans which they're busy with at the moment. So obviously those in Pretoria that aren't able to see that update from Pule, and you know of someone who hasn't had power for all these days, please just give them the update. It looks like there are temporary contingency measures on the way. Hopefully we'll get the power on sooner rather than later, Tumza. And that's where we're going to leave the issue with the Tshwane Mayor at the moment. I mean, it's been since Sunday, and it's now Tuesday with no real timeline in place, but at least the Mayor saying that they are on top of it.